Namaste everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel Roots and Voices India. Now I am going to cover one very important topic in SQL. SQL data type. Previously, we have already discussed what is SQL data type, why it is important. Also, we have covered what is numeric data type and how we are using numeric data type. So now I will discuss what is character data type and how we are using character data type. Before that, a small details on SQL data type. Each column in database table is required to have a name and data type. And SQL developer must decide what type of data that will be stored inside each column when creating a table. The data type is guideline for SQL to understand what type of data is expected inside of each column. And it also identifies how SQL will interact with the stored data. So, SQL works in row column format and stores the data in a cell like Excel. So, when we are creating any table, so we are creating columns. So, when we'll be creating columns, so each column should have a name and a data type. And based on that data type, when we'll search the data from a table, accordingly, it will store the data, it will give the output of that data. So now we are going to discuss string or character data type. String data type used for storing text and character data. So we have three kind of string data. One is fixed length, one is variable length, and another one is a large text. In fixed length, we store a string with fixed predefined length, like character, nchar, or Unicode. If a shorter string is inserted, it is padded with spaces. Variable length stores a string with variable length, conserving a space like varchar in varchar for Unicode. The maximum length is specified. So now we will discuss character and varchar. So if character is a fixed length string, can contain letter, number, and special characters. The size parameter specifies the column length in characters. Can be from 0 to 255. Default is 1. Varchar size, a variable length string, can contain letter, numbers, and special characters. The size parameter specifies the maximum string length in the character. Can be from 0 to 65535. So mostly we are going to work on these two data types when it comes to character data type. So we'll see now how we are using these data types in SQL. So if you remember, when in our last session we have created this table. So in this table I have taken column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. So if you see here, so I have already taken column varchar 200. So like that, we have to take the data type. So when we are taking the data type, we have to specify what is the length of that column. That means like what all data we are going to store for that column, that should be less than 200. If it will exceed more than 200 character, then it will throw error. So similarly, we have to use character data type as well. I hope you understand like how we are using these data types. We are mostly using data types when we are creating tables. So now we will see some most important SQL commands. Some important SQL commands are select, update, delete, insert into, create database, alter table, drop table, create index, drop index. I am going to cover some of them today only. So select. So select basically we are using to extract the data from database. And update we are using to update the data from database. And delete we are using delete data from database. And insert into we are using to insert new data into the database. Similarly, create database we are using to create a new database. Alter table we are using to modify an existing table. Drop table we are using deleting the whole table. create index creates an index or also search key. Drop index we are using to delete an index. Now we will see how these commands are working on SSMS. So in our last session, we have already created one database called training and a table called analytics table. So I am going to utilize this analytics table now to ingest the data. So this table contains only 4 columns. One is column 1, column 2, column 3 and column 4. Here you can see all the respective data types. So to ingest the data into a table, the command we are using insert into. Then where we are inserting the data? We are inserting the data into a table. So I'll be taking the table name here. Then for what we are inserting the data? For each and every column. So I'll be taking all the column names here. Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Then what we're taking those values. Then I will be mentioning all the values here. So for first column, the values should be integer. 0, 1. For second column, it should be character type data. So every time we will write any value for any character data type, it should be kept inside one single bracket. Sorry, in this single quotation. So here I am taking Bikram. Then in the column 3, it should be begins. And in the third column, what I am taking 200. The fourth column. So if I'll execute this one, then I will have only one single line item inside this table. So if you want to take more than one line item, then I can use a comma. Then I can write 0, 2, 0, 2. Then we have to take in another name. Then we will take another number. Then 300. So if I'll execute this one, so the data will be inserted into the table. So 2 rows affected. So if you want to see what all data are there inside a table, for that we can use select statement. Select, and when we want to see all the data, means like all the columns, we can use select star from the table name. The star means all the column name. So if I'll execute this query, so I can see these are the data